All right, everybody, welcome back. It's been a while.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm hiding my water. Okay. Anyway, welcome back. It is the Valorant season for 2025.
Yes, indeed. The first game, if I remember correctly.
Yep. It is for the
Alright.
season. I'm very excited.
I am as well. I know a lot of our players have been playing like a lot together, so.
They practice a lot. But speaking of that.
I'm bad at the video game. Couldn't be me.
Me too. Speaking of that, we do have some roster changes for this season. So we have Rim, Shura, and King Cobra. King Cobra has been around last season to help us with like VOD reviews, I'm pretty sure, and kind of connecting with our team for this season, which is really cool. So he finally got his way in. Rim and Shura, haven't seen them yet, but I'm very excited to see them play. I've heard they're great players. But also, Jale, Perhaps, and Pep are returning. So we do have 3 returning players from last season.
Yippee. We love that. I know them personally, so like it's great to see them back, great to see them playing. I know they're pretty good, like better than me at least. But that's not a very hard bar.
No, that's
to,
a
like,
very
clear.
hard level, Jack. You're like literally radiant, right? Oh, anyway. No, but we are super excited to be here, as you can tell. But Jale, Perhaps, and Pep, I am excited to see them back. I did say that before, but I'm excited to see if they've stepped up their game from last season. Maybe removing some players was an idea. I know a lot of people had some personal issues, so they did have to leave. But we did pull some 3 players in that I'm very excited to see as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see all of these as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been doing a whole lot of stuff. They've been practicing a lot, and I'm definitely positive that they've gotten even better than they were before.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited to see how they play together with, especially with the 2 new additions.
Yeah.
And so
No,
we'll see
I
how
agree.
this goes.
And I think we're definitely going to step up a level this season from before. I know before we did have some, like, not that rank matters, but we did have a couple different rank issues throughout the season. But I do think that this new roster change has kept them pretty even, which is pretty good because when we're on the same level competitively, we can be on the same level in team play. Sometimes team play is completely different from competitive, which I am a strong believer of. Like, if you play in competitive a certain way, maybe you're not the best in team play. But I've seen them all playing together, I'm pretty sure, as well. So I think that's really good as well to connect, to get the chemistry together, and throughout this season, maybe just step up a whole new level.
Yeah. I mean, I know Perhaps has always been very good with team play. They've been always like kind of like a center.
Yeah.
So hopefully, keeps that center, keeps the team grounded, and
Keeps them
hopefully they just play together really well and hope they win as much as possible.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I'm just so excited. I've said that a million times, but I'm so excited to be back. You guys don't understand how fun it is to be in this chair and casting your games. But let's stop yapping. Let's get into the maps. Okay, so first of all, we have Attack on Lotus. Second map is going to be Haven on defense. And third is going to be Pearl for the Decider. And it looks like we're heading right into the game onto Lotus. So I haven't really seen comps for DSC yet. I don't really know what they play. I haven't really seen much from them. But I do see the Jale lock on Astra. I think Astra on Lotus is so strong and is not utilized that much.
I feel like having the concuss, especially when they're trying to get out early, and like no matter if it's defense or attack, it's just so strong. You can deny so much space with it. There's like the amount of smokes that you can have on the map is really strong, and it just works with a lot of different characters on this map. It's like tight hallways and some spaces that you just can't get past an Astra with.
No,
so.
I completely agree with that. That's why I love the Astra pick more than Omen on this map, and that may be controversial, but I think Astra on this map especially is just so strong with the concuss, with the stun, with the pull, can pull them off cross map if she needed to. If they're on A, she can pull them off the bomb on C just with that universal smoke, and it's amazing. But it does look like we are going to walk right into the Taeho meta starting first game of the season. I see Taeho from both sides here. I do see that raise from Rim. I see that breach from Cobra. Hopefully he does run that. And the Vise from Perhaps. I do like this a lot.
I like this comp a lot as well. Personally, I'm a big fan of Vise and Taeho. Not even because like they're good characters on this map. I just like them as characters in general.
No, I agree.
I like the lore. As
You
a
like-
Hispanic,
yeah.
I like Tejo just for that.
You are a lore person. You love
Yeah.
the lore.
I love it. There's so many good stories in this game.
I agree.
And
I think
it
they
seems
need
like-
I think they need a movie. I think a Valorant movie would be cool. I may.
We'll see how it goes from there. We'll see how it goes from here.
But looking at these comps especially, like, I think Vise is just so strong compared to the KJ on this map. KJ is a true ride or die, but I think when you look at the defense with utility, it's definitely Vise is going to be way stronger. We see Vise in pro play a lot more, which is also a huge factor for these games in T3.
That is definitely true. Seeing people play it in pro play is just something that can just, you know, set up a lot of space and a lot of time.
I
And
completely
especially
agree.
Vise having the ability to completely like close off
A
an
site.
entire site by herself. And Killjoy, you know, can also do that, but it's just that, you know, it's just not as strong in a stopping power
Yeah.
as a Vice.
I think KJ definitely has their strong maps, but Vise and definitely Cypher just change the game when it comes to different maps. I personally run Cypher on this map because I'm not a Vise fan on this map, but I have learned from Senzelsis that it's a good idea. But we are getting right into the action here immediately. Raze fighting for his life, trying to find a way out, and oh, the missiles hit him and take him out. But unfortunately, he will go down. But we do see the pressure from Astra onto C. We do see the Tejo placing into B, trying to find maybe a kill to even out numbers here. But we do have Breach and Vise fighting on to A, kind of taking some space, calling them off. And look at this. You see the way Breach and Vise are taking that space onto A. The pressure onto C from the Astra is really making them kind of look around, being like, oh my god, where are they? What do we need to do here? But the pressure from Breach and Vise onto A now connected with the Tejo. This could be a great site hold from the other team, but it can be a great site push from DSC. That Sun is immediately sent out by the opposing Breach. Shura hit by missiles, but somehow finds a crack in his way out. But no, he is going to walk into a breach here, might find a pick. Ooh, and almost does, but great trade there from Cobra. And it looks like they do only have 30 seconds left, so they need to make a decision. Astra placing into B main, stun sent out. And I don't know if Cobra will find one in this situation here, but it looks like he's gonna send out that aftershock, perhaps with the trade, perhaps with another kill. Ooh, and unfortunately could not find the last one. And that's gonna be one round down for DSC.
Yes, indeed. I mean, it was great planning and great, you know, moving. There could have been like improvements here and there, but overall they played with what they had and they made it work. And just sadly, it just wasn't a cut enough. But you know, I do see like how it could work in that end. And there's a lot of stuff that could be going on here. There's a lot of like space and potential that they could be getting, but we'll see how it goes from here on out.
And my thing, when I lose a pistol round, I go, even pros lose pistols, all right? You just have to tell yourself that. Never let a pistol round define the rest of your game. And I don't think it is for Raze just running and trying to find anybody, but they are going to overwhelm this KJ on this site if they decide to go here.
Yes, indeed. And it seems like the drone is coming out from Tejo, seeing all the different stuff being put around, and hopefully they use that information to their advantage. But it seems like because they got that information, they might just be rotating at this point. It seems like they're might just be heading over to A, but perhaps is holding it down. But we'll see how it goes from here. I know Tejo has what was that, a Marshall, I believe?
Yes, I think so.
And, you know, that has a lot of stopping power, especially when we're down around and we don't have enough econ to be able to properly set up on that end.
Yeah, but I think we are going to get right into the action on to B main here. There is all of DSC, just Tejo waiting to connect with us, but Revs is here waiting. Jale almost finds a pick, but unfortunately cannot. King Cobra finds a great trade, blind sent out by the opposing Omen. Missiles sent down, everything just on the site. Fighting, 30 seconds left. DSC needs to make a decision, and Cobra is going to be that decision maker to plant the bomb. And they are going to set themselves up for success here onto the site. And oh, Cobra falls. But we do have 3 into the main waiting. But they are going to hit that defuse. And what is DSC going to do about it? But it's halved.
they were able to get half, but you know, they're still being able to stop them a little bit.
And got a pick, but what does that do for losing the round? Unfortunately, DSC does fall again to Northwestern.
Yes. And, you know, just having that outlaw is just so very strong.
It's so strong.
It's so strong on when you're playing Econ. You just can't do anything about it. Not having the shields to be able to do it, it's basically an operator those early rounds.
I completely agree, but now they are on a bonus for Northwestern. Now DSC can buy up some Vandals, buy up some full shields, and hopefully put some pressure onto them. I think Northwestern is just kind of taking their time, trying to feel out where DSC is, and DSC is still taking their time as well. But immediately going to send out that stun from Cobra. Ooh, and falls to Lexus. Nobody finds the trade, unfortunately, yet, but it looks like we are going to push out into A main, try to find anybody onto Rebel. But they backed off. That drone being sent out, trying to find anybody in this lobby. Nobody's here, but the Tejo apparently in heaven. But Jale finds one. Great shot onto Lexus. And now the pressure is going to be put on for the Tejo waiting offsite.
Boombot coming out, trying to clear the backside and trying to see if anybody's over there. We know that there's some information up on Heaven. Planning the spike just so they can have the space and get it from Tree. And oh my god.
Perhaps with a kill.
Getting a kill, but the Omen getting the refrag on it. And then, you know, RIM coming up on Heaven, getting super aggressive on it. Putting the pressure up on the Omen, going in.
And Rim just putting so much pressure onto this Omen, just waiting, getting that pick, trying to find anything, but where did the Omen go? Oh, he TP. Oh my god! And Rim finds one! What the heck? Rogue unfortunately hits a shot onto Rim, but Shura and Jale are still alive. Jale hits the shot, and now it is 2-1. DSC now has a round.
Yes, indeed. And especially after that bonus, they have so much more money now. They're able to buy up on everything, get all of their abilities, and, you know, hopefully it just gets that much more intense from here on out. There's a lot of space that could be taken with all of Astra's abilities right now, and if they just rush it down C, I don't know if KJ can properly hold that site.
Yeah. I think that's what they're going to do. I think they've realized that KJ is the only one onto the C site, but I know we can see things that they don't, unfortunately. But KJ seems to be backing off of C, maybe playing for retake here. But Jale, Rim, and everybody just walking into the site, putting pressure onto this KJ. But one thing about this round, especially the 4th round of the game, it is the most important round. As one of our friends does say all the time, that the 4th round is the most important round of the game. We both have guns, and now we can see who can truly dominate in this lobby. But it looks like we are going to back off that C push. Shura finds Lexus. Great shots.
You know, if that Jet was able to get behind and actually do some damage, that would have been horrible. But Shura has it locked down, able to stop the flank, and, you know, it's really good. We're able to get a pick, and now everybody started rotating over to the other side. But Jolly's still over here. But, you know, they're about to make contact over here, here on A, and maybe they're just playing the long game. Shots coming out, damage flying, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
No, I agree. I think this C pressure from Jale is so important. We are taking so much pressure on the map, but it's so much time that we haven't used earlier. Now we're only down to 30 seconds. How are we going to pull this rotate to C? And it looks like we are. Jale is going to find KJ into water, seeing what Jale can do. Oh, and Jale finds her. What a shot. Jale with the amazing push onto C, creating so much map space for DSC. That is beautiful. Cobra planting the bomb. Now DSC is all connected onto the site.
Yes, indeed. Shura There's a lot of damage coming out over here, though. And the Tejo was able to get 2 people up on at the top of C, but you know, now they're just gonna play it safe, play it slow, but we'll see how it goes from here. There is pushing coming out, the missiles from Tejo coming out.
But the stun from Cobra also sent out, perhaps finds one with the Sheriff. What a shot. They're not on the bomb yet, but now it is a 3v1 for DSC, and it looks like the Tejo might save here. Perhaps gonna try to find a gun. And it looks like he knows he's leaving. Gonna find a gun and book it and leave. Yep, found the gun, running, and what a great round from DSC. I'm going to give that whole round to Jolly there. That was great, great pressure.
That was amazing pressure. How much information they were able to get up on Seaside when everybody was rotating was absolutely amazing.
And that is so important, especially on maps like this with 3 sites, because you have to kind of find different space around the map. And if perhaps isn't taking that lurk space, I think it's so important for Jolly or anybody else to kind of do that. The only people that should be doing that are Jolly and Vise. But if I see a Taeho and a lurk, I won't complain.
Hey, look, if it works, it works.
If
That's
it
all
works,
I say.
it works. But we are getting right back into this round. Now Cobra sending out that stun. Rim unfortunately falls to Lexus. And oh my gosh, the U-tail being sent out by Northwestern. Lexus finds his space into Rubble. Nobody could find the trade. Shura, Cobra, Jolly trying to find it. Sending out a blind. Shura finding one. Great shots. Jaden falling. Oh, Jolly finds one, almost finds a second. Great shot from Perhaps. Now it is a 1v2 situation. We've seen him do this before. I've seen him do this before. He just needs to find the space, find the timing to be able to get the bomb down and be able to find the next opponents.
I've seen him do 1v2s, 1v3s, and even 1v4s.
This guy's different.
He may not have won the 1v4 one, but, you know, I believe it was close. He got 3 of them, but then he died.
Yeah.
But he has the potential to pull this off. He has the skills, and hopefully he can pull it off in general. But he's putting so much space on there and just wasn't ready for the Omen to be there.
That's unfortunate, but it's okay. They got 2 rounds. They kind of put their pressure around the map. Jolly unfortunately fell a little bit early, but so did the rest of DSC. So I think DSC kind of needs to sit back and think, what else can we do? Can we be a little bit slower on our pushes? Could we default here? Could we go a slow C, fast C? We haven't really done anything putting our foot on the gas and definitely just going. But I think that might be good against Northwestern. But I'm not in the game. I don't know. But from my perspective, it looks like Northwestern is immediately moving off of Sound. That breach stun immediately being sent out and hitting Perhaps. But it is looking like we are going to do a default here, waiting for the enemies, trying to see where we can get a pick, can get some space. But look at the amount of space on A right now.
There's a lot of space being just left open, but you know, maybe it's just because that they have like so much confidence that they won't be pushing because we have been playing so slow.
Yep.
Maybe that's the reason why they're just leaving it open like that.
Yep, and it looks like we are connecting on to C here, but Northwestern is ready for us. But Jolly gonna send out those smokes. We do have a couple things that we can do. That breach ult being sent out. The Taeho ult as well.
Out. 2 ults coming out over here.
Yep.
Pushing Omen off of the back of C. And now we have so much more space. They just don't know. The Taeho drone coming out, noticing that everybody is there right now. The Omen not being ready. Rim getting 2 kills. Jolly getting 1 as well. And they're just being dismantled at this moment. Oh, sadly
and unfortunately
misses.
falls. But it's a 2v1. Cobra's gonna get that bomb down. I'm so surprised we didn't get the bomb down in that whole situation there, but
there was a lot going on, so it's perfectly understandable.
So that's definitely hindsight. But we
Damage
do have
coming
Cobra
out, pushing
waiting.
the jet out of space. We know they're there because we heard the sound coming from them. But, you know, maybe they just need some time to be able to get the damage off. Maybe they need some time to be able to get, you know, all that space and be able to push the jet off of sight.
Yep.
They keep trying to push in. I don't think they're trying to save this round. I think they're trying to just get a kill and be happy with it. 1 kill coming out and a refrag coming out from Perhaps.
I think overall, I don't understand. There was a lot going on that site. The ult sent out. There was so much happening. But Perhaps close it out. But I think what DSC needs to do is play numbers. We're not playing numbers the best right now. We're not taking our numbers advantage and running with it. We're taking our numbers advantage and walking into their crosshair. Like, I don't
definitely true.
And I don't really know, but again, I'm not in the game. I don't understand. But for me, I think we just need to focus a little bit more on keeping our numbers up and continuing to trade each other.
Stuns and so much util always coming out over on A side, sorry. And it's just so much util coming out right at the start. It's good for us that they won't have it later, but it's bad because we just can't get the space up on A side.
Yep.
But we are saving up like all our strength right now, ready to push into C site. and hopefully it gets us something.
And hopefully find this KJ onto the C site. KJ has been by themselves on C this whole time, definitely waiting for them. But look, they have 2 on B, 2 on A, and it looks like that it will be a fast rotate, but they have no idea where DSC is. DSC cut noise beautifully. We're reloading our missiles. We're getting our util back. Rogue finds perhaps out of the shadows there, but it looks like Rim is going to push in, trying to find them. Shura fighting into water, and Cobra finds Rogue. Great trade, even if it was a bit late, but Cobra is going to get that plant down between the missiles, and oh, found by Lexus. Rem just waiting for the kill. Jolly as well, but we do have Shura waiting onto the back site. Blind sent out. Jaden finds Shura. Rem finds one, and now, oh, and a great shot from Jolly. Now Jolly in a 1v1. Oh, Jolly,
Oh, just
a
barely.
little left. Oh no, yes! What a clutch from Jolly.
What a clutch indeed. That was almost scary
I
in
hate
my
watching
eyes.
those because we're like, oh my gosh, left, move left, move left. They can't hear us. They have no idea. We're talking to ourselves. But oh my goodness, great round there from Jolly.
Yes, indeed. The tension always gets me in those kind of situations. I just cannot deal with it. At that point, me personally, maybe I'm just not good enough. I'm not. I would just spray my entire clip into the smoke.
But then you have to reload, and then they're defusing, and by the time you reload, they already won the round. So,
Well, you know, hope and pray.
Hope and pray, hope and pray. But it does look like Rim is putting this pressure onto Lexus, trying to find each other. Ooh, and might find that trade, but unfortunately does get stunned. Jaden finds Shura. Cobra and Jolly and Rim are all connected onto this A site, but perhaps finding 2 onto the B site. Wow, great kills there. And it's now a 3v3, perhaps putting in overtime onto the B site, getting those kills. But Jolly, Cobra, and Rim all putting this pressure onto the site. Unfortunately, is spotted by the Tejo drone. But I think Cobra should be able to get this bomb down.
I think Cobra's playing it safe, trying to get in the proper positioning, trying to hear, trying to make sure that nobody's coming in, pushing in on them.
Yep.
But the ult's coming out, and so much space has been lost right now because of that.
Whoa.
But we have Astra putting in work as well, Jolly making sure that they can't get that spike defuse off with all these abilities.
But they can still defuse through a stun. Oh no.
Yes, indeed. But,
Oh, and Cobra finds one.
tragic.
Rogue finds the rest. That's
tragedy indeed.
so rough. But it happens.
It does indeed. They put in their work.
Yeah.
And sadly,
They got breach ulted out of tree and then just lost every single bit of positioning that they had. That's super unfortunate.
it was great on the enemy team
Yep.
for being able to do that, but sadly, we're trying to cheer for us right now.
I know.
And
We'll just say it's unfortunate.
it's a true tragedy.
We'll just say it's unfortunate. But they're still doing great. It is 4-4, first game of the season. Trying to figure each other out, trying to figure out these other enemies that they are going against as well. Jolly accidentally walks into a one-way and falls to Lexus. But Rim, Shura, and Cobra are all together over here, perhaps, again, trying to find this pressure onto B. There's an Omen. But he's going to send out that blind, and ooh, it gets shot.
Yeah, but even then, now that they know that that perhaps is here, it's just so much pressure being put on them. They can't. They have to push back.
Yep, and another breach ult being sent out. Rim finding one with his ult. Also finding another after the ult. Lexus falls to Rim. It's now a 4v3. DSC still up on numbers. Tejo missiles being sent out. Cobra just moved out of his position. Perhaps waiting into main. Rim just waiting and watching on to Waterfall here. Shura covering his CT. Really covering all our stops here onto this post plant position. And that blind is going to be sent out. Ooh, and Rim falls. Shura finds one. Finds two. And the ult being sent out by perhaps just securing the round. And it looks like round is secured. Jaden is running. DSC is going to take the 5th round. for them.
Yes, indeed. You know, being able to get that perfect timing and being able to push them off with Vice ult just guarantees that we're able to save money and we're able to save a lot more.
Yep.
And even the damage that would have been popped out could have been tragedy for our econ, but you know, it was a good timing to use it, and that's what they did.
Speaking of econ, let's take a peek at that. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, we're not doing the best, but it's okay.
We're not doing
We're
horrible
doing
either.
a little bit better than them. We have a little bit better guns. Jaden had to save last round, so it did force Northwestern into a eco buy, trying to save for the next round. But DSC is just going to buy up, try to get as much as they can here. But holy utility from Northwestern, just being that breach stun, missiles, just trying to get them away.
Like I said before, they just use so much utility right at the start. Then it's good for us later on in the round because we play defensive, we play slow, we play, you know, methodical. And with that kind of intention, we make sure that they don't kill us early off in the round, and we're able to use their lack of util, better said.
What a shot from Jale. But also the util being sent out so early and us not capitalizing off that also kind of puts us behind, because it's giving them chance for their util to reload, regen, and be able to attack the next site. I think once they send out that really early util from Northwestern, we just book it to C like we just did. And I think that will cause them to wait for their cooldowns.
That is completely true. And, you know, maybe that is the correct play. That's what they did. And let's see how it works out at this point. We're having now engagement coming out from Cobra. We're having stun getting sent out. We're having Rim almost maybe seeing somebody.
Yeah,
but
Rim
Cobra getting
pressure.
the Tejo, and it's just methodical, pushing people out and getting it done.
And again, it looks like DSC is just going to dominate this C site here. Rim trying to find the Omen. Going to just stall for time. Omen as well. Gonna have to run into him though. Oh my gosh! And Rim and the opposing Omen tied to the bomb. That works.
The distraction was absolutely key there.
The time ran out. Rim either had to run at him or run into the bomb. So I think he decided maybe getting a kill and taking him out with him. But unfortunately, they both died to the bomb. But, you know, DSC now up 6-4, trying to win this map here, trying to understand Northwestern and how they're playing. But I think that call on the early util was great by you, Jack, because you realized that they can capitalize off that and move their butt to a different site and just book it.
And now that they know that they're capitalizing on it from going from A to C, now that they're starting to use a util in different ways.
Yep.
But now that means that we have the space up on
Shura,
A.
how'd you get up here? They didn't stop you? Oh my goodness. Shura
Well,
just...
with the lack of util going on A means that they can just push up with nothing being able to stop them.
DSC. Ooh, and Shura, what a shot. Finds one, finds two. The third is there. Will he get the third? Shura gets
Finds
the third. What shots there from Shura? Shura
so
now
much
on a multi. The absolute amount of space, just pressure on the map from Shura. Finds four. Shura, who do you think you are? Oh my gosh, and Jale steals his ace, but it's okay.
It worked out in the end.
It did.
We got the round. We didn't lose anything, except maybe some econ for shields, but that doesn't mean much.
Yeah.
You know, we got a quad over here.
Yeah,
it's
we
going
got great shots from Shura there. The pressure from Northwestern was not made on A, and DSC just decided to take that and run with it. I forgot how to talk. So sorry. But anyway.
Don't worry, I don't remember how to talk half the time either. I know for a fact, though, that, you know, maybe that was the plan the entire time. They were constantly trying to push up on A, and the moment they relented up on A, they capitalized on it, and they used it to their advantage, getting as much space as possible.
Northwestern running up B, finding two. Jale with the trade, but needs to find the breach to put numbers back up together. It is now 3-4 for DSC. Shura finding so much space onto A right now. Haven't had any confrontation yet. Haven't really seen anybody.
I don't think they know they're here. The Tejo drone coming out.
Looks like they might know.
Yeah, feels like they might know now. But
They
they
might
already know
now.
that they're on site, that they have so much space up on them. And they're pushing through the smoke, trying to get space.
Just trying to get numbers the same, and it looks like Jolly is going to swing out. Shura finds Revs. And it looks like Jolly and all of us are just going to walk up here. Rip finds another. Juro finds him as well. Shura and Jolly. Oh, and Shura is going to fall to Jaden.
And it seems like Jolly's playing the long con, going to C. And, you know, the enemy Taeho doesn't even know what's going on at the moment.
No idea.
Taeho is just confused. They don't know if they're going A. They don't know if they're going B. But, you know, now that the Taeho knows, but that's already too late, that we have so much space up on C.
Yep. But this could be really bad for Jolly here. If he falls right here. Oh!
And he does.
He does. Caster's curse. I'm so sorry. But if he falls there, it now gives him so much time to just defuse the bomb. And we will in this half at 7-5. DSC is still up 2 rounds. But again, they need to win this pistol and their eco to be able to punish them for the rest of this game.
That is definitely true. But I feel like we definitely have a very defensive side. We have Aster, we have Taeho, we have Raze, we have Vice being able to hold down C all by themselves for almost like 30 seconds straight. It's just, you know, we have so much defense. That wall is extremely strong if you put it in the right place. But, you know, having all this defensive options, and we still got 7 rounds on the first half, that just means that we have so much more to work with on this half.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I think, especially with us on defense, we definitely need to take a look at what Vise is doing here, how Vise is going to set up. And it doesn't look like they are going to set up on to C. It might be this early B.
They did put down a wall on C. So maybe they're just using that and trying to put pressure on 2 sites all at once. But not having that much pressure on C could be detrimental. But luckily they were able to get it back and actually get the pressure back on C. And even though the enemy team doesn't know it, it could have been disastrous if they had just played super aggressive.
No, I agree. And I think that Vise wall could have been sent out super early. The blind finds one and now leaves them in a little bit of a weird situation here. Jolly, what a shot onto Lexus. And perhaps going to take this opportunity to try to swing, try to get more numbers up for DSC.
And it seems like they're trying to rotate out, and they might be going to either B. No, they're not. It looks like they're going A.
Gonna floor out to A.
They're booking it as much as possible. But Taeho over here, Shura, they're able to hear them. They're hearing them. Like, so much noise is being made by the enemy team right now.
But can't find
sadly.
anybody. Unfortunate, but it is still 4v4. This is still winnable for DSC. Cobra and Rim are going to take this pressure. But if we look at Rim is just on the site. Gonna find one. Find two. What shots there from Rim? Now, Rim, somebody needs to defuse this bomb, so you're able to put pressure onto this map. Jolly finds one. The missiles are being sent out, but he left. He's in main. Great shot from Rim.
One shot is all it takes to win that round. Rim pulling out all the stops.
And DSC wins a pistol! Woo! Yay! We will win pistols this season. I believe in us, guys.
Looking at the score, though, it seems like, a timeout has started, as I was. Never mind.
As you were talking.
You know,
we're back.
We're back. And during this timeout, we're probably going to be talking about a little bit about how much, like, spacing and how much difference there was made with how we started playing. And we started rotating extremely quickly once we did hear some noise. And due to that, I think we had, like, a really good, timing. And you know, the enemy team was also rotating quickly, but because of how we positioned the Taeho up on the other side, it was just so much better for us.
And I think just definitely keeping Vise kind of pushing onto both sides with that wall on C just holding them off and that blind sent out early into the B main definitely gives us pressure around the map. Even if we don't have 6 people on our team, it feels like we do because of the wall on C, the blind sent out on B, Vise just placing themselves between C and B, trying to bounce back and forth between the site. And I think Taeho almost finding that omen, but still stalling them for at least a couple seconds so everybody's able to come back. But it looks like we are back to the game, so we'll get you right in there.
Yes, indeed. And it seems like we're trying to just do our very best with this kind of information. And, you know, maybe they just still keep it to what we were talking about before with the Vice trying to play both sides, or maybe just playing one. But it does seem like we have an Outlaw on perhaps, and we'll see how this goes. This could be really good for them, especially because, you know, the Outlaw right after a pistol round, when you win, it's just so destructive. But they destroyed the arc rows that perhaps sent out, so we know that someone's here. We know that we have information, at least on that end. We just don't know the amount, and we don't know anything else.
But if we do look, Rem is here for his rescue, but perhaps and Rem are just waiting on to see, but they do see that they're all there. KJ might call for a rotate, might do something, but it looks like they're going to run right into perhaps with that Outlaw. Finds one, and it looks like they are going to back off and call that rotate possibly.
Yes, indeed. And it seems like, you know, we have everything we need. We don't need anything else. And we're just trying to keep the information that we have right now, trying to keep them off the sites, keep them from getting pressure onto us. And, you know, it's working out great in our favor
but
right in this moment.
DSC has not really moved. We still have people where they were originally at the beginning of the round, and it looks like they're going to run right into Shura with this Ares. Missiles are going to be deployed. Once he hears that tap, once he hears that, it is all hell is going to be put loose onto this site. Shura, ooh, unfortunately gets naded, but he doesn't die. Missiles are going to be sent out immediately, right after he can. Lexus, super, super close. Jale trying to find one. Rogue finds Cobra, and he unfortunately falls. Perhaps finds another rim, finds a great blast pack, and oh my goodness, Rim is just running at him. Oh, and kills him with the nade.
That was a great half. Great use of utility, great use of abilities, and it was just so much good timing. Everybody pushed together, and it was just a good overall.
Yeah. I completely agree. I think that blast pack just to go over and right behind the Jet and the KJ there definitely threw him off. But that was a great, great play there from Rem to kind of take his position to a different level and to find a different angle onto the site. But I think DSC has played this really great. We're leaving people onto a site. We're not calling for rotates early. And I think that's so, so important, especially playing on defense. And on our attack side, we didn't really call too much for rotates or call for anything like that. But I think on defense, where we're leaving 3 people on A, or we're running a 1-2-2, or any way we're running, I think DSC is doing great at planning themselves on a bomb and on the site and just staying there.
Yes, indeed. But it seems like we might see something coming up happening over here on C site.
Ooh.
But it seems like as I was talking, a lot of things started happening over here. Oh, they got so much space up into A site.
And they were not punished for it yet, but I don't know. Since they got all the space, does Northwestern know that DSC is here? The stun! Oh, and Lexus, Rim finds one, and definitely trying to find another, and ooh, falls to Rogue. Shura still waiting. Jale finding one. Tinks the second. He's so, so low. DSC now in a 2v2. Perhaps, ooh.
So very close.
They're both so low. But the Tejo on our team is a little bit stronger than the other due to health. But look at
The
this.
spike. Now that means that Omen has to, you know, rotate back, get as much space as possible. But we already have everything over here defended with Tejo standing here. There's just so much
he
difficulty.
still has his regen shield, so if he gets tapped a little bit, he can still regen it right back. But he needs to stay alive. Perhaps is so, so low here.
Yeah. It's just really difficult for this Omen to do anything, and I believe that they're probably going to save as much as possible. They're just staring down at this angle.
Because they bought up guns. Northwestern bought up guns and fell to DSC with our Bulldogs, with our Outlaws, with our Guardians.
Yeah, and it's just really difficult for them to come back from that. That econ,
the econ is
just going to hurt them so very
ruined
much.
after that.
And
wow.
now we have almost full guns, and they're just buying, you know, econ, trying to get as much money back as possible. The only thing that they have is a single Vandal on
and their
the Omen.
Omen, who even saved last round. Look at the amount of money he has. He has no money. no dollars to his name, no money in his bank account. And definitely that is going to be really rough. So rough for Northwestern. That blind early sent out by perhaps 4 info. But if you look at DSC's positioning here, we do have a 1, kind of 3-1. But all that pressure is going to be on Jolly here. But Jolly does have a gun. Compared to the other team, they only have sheriffs, but that missile is going to be sent out trying to find Jolly. But Cobra is coming to his rescue, and oh my god!
Through the smoke, coming out with a headshot with a Marshall. That is so good for the enemy team and so bad for us. And,
that's so rough.
It is extremely rough, but you know, maybe we can come back from it. As long as they don't go into that smoke and get that Vandal, they still just have a Marshall. They still just have, you know, a small amount of stuff. But oh my god, a sheriff
and
kill
Rogue
coming
is just
out.
gonna find Rim just like that. Rim had an Odin. Cobra finds one. They pick up the gun, but Cobra was trying to watch it. Oh, and I don't know if they saw him.
I don't believe they did. I think he was a little too far for the AoE to be able to reveal him.
30 seconds left.
But it looks like Cobra is just going to be the only one on the site here. Stun going to be sent out.
All the util
Delayed
getting
of
sent
plans. But now it's Heiho and perhaps are here for his rescue. That plant is going to be sent out. KJ Molly also on the bomb as well. But it looks like Lexus might catch a huge timing onto perhaps here. Shura finds one. Finds another. Lexus onto main. Cobra knowing. Gonna try to hold that defuse from Shura. Cobra needs to hold his back. Finds one.
Last player standing.
And oh my god!
They stick it and save it. They might have all died, but they got the round. That's extra income coming out from them.
We take those.
Indeed we do. Indeed we do. We are now at 5-11.
Yep.
And, you know, it's looking real good for us, apparently.
And like I said earlier, what I said about that pistol, if DSC won it, it would be so bad for Northwestern. And especially if we were in that situation down in a 7-5, we need to win that pistol, win our econ, and continue to just try to break their economy. And I think that's exactly what we did to Northwestern. We put them in such a bad place with the economy, but they were still murdering us with sheriffs. So, but Rim is going to put this pressure on to Mound and kind of wait, perhaps right by his side, waiting to see, but perhaps it's going to run around, try to bait them out. Rim finds one, finds two, almost finds a third, perhaps gets his trade. Now it is a 4v2. Wow.
So much change so quickly. And, you know, it's just so difficult for them to be able to push up onto this site, especially with us playing in such a, you know, methodical manner. Sorry. And it's just, you know, we have them figured out. We know that they play slow at the start and then they like to play aggressive afterwards. And with us playing aggressive, getting those odd angles and just gives us so much more space, so much more time, so much more utility out of, you know, our guns and our spacing.
And definitely Rim placing himself behind that box and perhaps running around trying to bait them out. He finds two, perhaps gets his trade, and now puts DSC up numbers by 2. Jolly sending out a pool, finding one, and perhaps swinging to find the other. It is now match point for Northwestern and DSC.
Indeed it is. I don't know how they'll be playing this round. They're going to either play really aggressive maybe, or they're going to play so defensive, and it's just going to take forever. But they have to at least plant at some point, or else they just lose the round. So either way, as long as we play a good defensive map, like, they won't be able to win, but we'll see how this goes. They might just pull something out and surprise us.
And I think you were definitely right when you said our comp is a little bit more defensive. It's definitely dominating on the defense side here compared to their KJ. Does that mean Vise is better?
I don't know if it means Vise is better, but it definitely means that for us, it's working.
Yep, I completely agree. And I think, whoa, they're going to push him to be here.
And
but
they
Jolly
are
is
rushing
here.
it. They're pushing as much as possible. Space coming
Jet
out. The blind.
is out, but Jolly didn't know.
That flash was insane.
And Shura finds one with his ult.
It was just so much, but
oh my gosh, DSC changing the game. Now 3v1 Rogue on Northwestern. Stuck to do it himself. What more can Rogue do? but
You know-
perhaps is holding Shura here as well. And that breach ult is going to be sent out. What an execution. Oh, the ults are being sent out. And DSC is going to win their first map of the season.
Yes, they are.
All right. And we will catch you guys whenever the next map is up.
Alrighty. See you
See ya.
guys soon.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Yes, but great win from DSC on the first map. We are now running into Haven, but just wanted to talk for a second about what are your thoughts from last game? Like, what do you think we did well? What do you think we can improve on?
I feel like a very good thing that was I think that a very good thing that was happening that was like both good and bad was that we were taking it slow. And, you know, it was worked out for us in the end, but I feel like if we had played a little more aggressive in some of those situations, we could have gotten that win a lot quicker. We could have gotten a lot more done. And, you know, it was just something that just happened, and did it work out in the end, like I was saying, but we had so much ability to be able to push up onto a site, and we were able to play like defensively on that site for so long, and we didn't capitalize on that. We had so many abilities and so many things that we could have used, and you know, it could have just turned out a lot better.
No, I completely agree on that. And I think when we play slow, it gives the other team kind of a chance to read us way easier. So I think we can change up our pace a little bit more. But speaking of changing up pace, we're going right into Haven, baby. And Haven is definitely a map where you need to play either slow, default. You need to have a decision, especially for Haven. Running these 3-site maps, especially into gameplay like this, is definitely showing people's true colors and how they play. But once we get into this game, I want to talk about this comp because it is almost identical besides that Yoru from Shura on DSC side.
Yes, indeed. There's a lot of, you know, things that could be happening here, and it just means that at least one site is going to be Central Jail with Cypher. And, you know, maybe we might see a lot of lurks happening on this map. And, you know, it could turn out good, could turn out bad, but we will see how it comes out. We do have a lot of aggressive plays coming out with 2 duelists on this map. And, you know, we have the blinds, we have the, you know, status effects, like, we have everything that we could possibly need to be able to, you know, defend a site. But we are playing a slightly more aggressive comp, and we will see how it goes.
But if we take a peek onto the DSC side, we will see that the Jet is immediately going to send out off this breach stun. Gonna send it out and then swing into short, trying to find one. But we have Yoru over here as well, and Yoru might swing main here. Yep, and that's exactly what he's gonna do. So I think DSC immediately putting so much pressure onto Northwestern. Rem is going to find one, but unfortunately is going to be blind, but finds his way right out. But it looks like they are just taking that pressure into short. Cobra immediately sending out that aftershock, and Rem finds one and gets away, was standing in the corner. The aftershock finds 2. Wait. Holy moly, Cobra.
Oh, and sadly he doesn't clean up,
Ooh,
but Shura
sure does. DSC won another pistol. Woo, 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 woo!
You know, playing that so aggressively with, you know, the stun coming out from Cobra, the dash coming out from Jet, and, you know, it was just so very well played that they just weren't expecting it. It was just so aggressive. And especially since last map we were playing so defensive, I'm happy that they figured it out and just started playing, you know, like, hey, we're better. We're able to get this if we just try it. And, you know, it definitely did.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I definitely like about the comps that we are running, is we're running very, very aggressive comps. Like, this is aggressive. This should be able to get in their face, get a pick, and leave. And I think that's exactly what Shura is about to do. Sending out a blind, finds 1, finds 2, finds 3! Shura, who are you? Oh my gosh! And it looks like that aftershock is going to be sent out. Jale finds 1. And now Shura finds the 4th. Another 4K for Shura.
Another 4K. That was great timing, great spacing, great everything. You know, took those fights methodically, made it 1v1s consistently, only shot at one person at a time. And, you know, just got them all, knocked them down like dominoes.
And I think that is definitely so strong, especially with the Yoru on this map. I am a Haven Yoru lover. I love Yoru on this map because the fact that you can just get one and back off. But Shura said, no, I can get at least 3 here. And
They
he
definitely did.
He did. I don't know what else to say.
And
But no, that is definitely why I like the Yoru on this map so much. Perhaps just putting that early cam out, trying to find anybody, but Revs is going to find Shura, stopping his domination on this map. But Rim trying to get out. Oh, they didn't even peek him. Oh, okay, now they are. Trying to do all that to get out, but unfortunately now he is stuck. He needs perhaps to come help him, but he might find one here. I think he's perfectly set up if he swings this at the right time.
Here.
But I
seems
don't
like-
think he's going to. I think he's going to take his time here.
I think they're all going to back off before he can actually get a kill.
Yep.
And he's just scared that somebody's going to push through that smoke. And, you know, they're slowly rotating over onto another site. But
Yep.
we'll see how this goes at this point. They're slowly going to start pushing in through B side. They're going to go into garage maybe. And you can see, you know,
Cobra's
the enemy
ready.
team. Yeah, enemy team's going to be walking right into Cobra.
Oh, and unfortunately, the
sadly
amount of
misses.
util just pushing him off of
Gets
his
the
dominant
stun
position
off.
there. But does get the
Pushes him
stun off,
back.
and it looks
30
like
seconds
Jale
left.
is going to try to get a kill here. And he's stunned, but he still finds one, almost finds the second. Cobra finds one, trades
Last
everywhere.
player standing.
And now it is a 1v2 for Rim.
But we do have a Vandal, we do have the spacing, we do have everything. They don't know where he is.
Spike
He's able
planted.
probably to get one. Oh,
Unfortunately
Doesn't get
falls,
it.
but it's okay.
unfortunate indeed.
I think definitely that Cypher might have caught him off guard. With a little bit of just being there with that Cypher is definitely a great spot, but you're revealed to just CT and even Garage. If they swing out of Garage there, you're probably dead. But that Cypher might have caught him off guard, but now we are in, I think personally, the most important round of the game. As I've said before, this is a round that determines who will dominate the map. Because we now all have guns. We all have a Vandal. We all have a Phantom. We have things that are so strong.
And we're able to, you know, get a lot out of it.
Ooh.
It seems like we bought an operator coming out
Rim.
from Rim and got one
Yep.
right
and-
off the bat.
Yep, and immediately it's kind of like a cryo situation. We see somebody with an op, we go to the other site. Great call, Northwestern, because Rim is just going to have so much pressure onto this A main just with the op because he didn't use his dash, which is so huge. That is now saved for a different round. Jale jump spotting, trying to, ooh, and he sees. He sees. He is the all-seeing man. Jale going to see them on to C. Definitely gonna wait, try to back up, but perhaps does have his util on to B and Garage, which is an interesting pick because putting that unbreakable trip onto C, but you know, they do have the Tejo. It is able to be broken, so I do understand why changing those trips are definitely important. But Rogue, you can see how he's waiting into B, trying to find, and that is exactly why the B trip can be so strong.
30 seconds left.
And Omen starts blinding long again, you know, forcing them to like push back or either get shot down because they just can't get the information that they need to know where the enemies are.
Oh, look at Rim.
But Rogue all the way back here, they're pushing into B site.
Ooh.
Sadly gets Shura.
Yeah, but perhaps is going to get the trade there. Cobra sending out a blind, trying to find another kill for perhaps, finds one. Perhaps.
And, you know, out of time.
Out of time.
And they just couldn't push into it. They didn't use
Wow.
the information
Yep.
that they got from Rogue. They didn't use the Cypher information that they had. That B site was clear almost
Yep.
that entire time. They just stayed C long.
But
and
they might have known how many people were on to C. There was 3 people in C and not a lot on A. It is so much quicker to just walk through C link into B than it is to walk around to A onto A link into B. So I do understand why Northwestern probably didn't put them onto the B site, but they definitely need to get a little bit quicker with the calls from Northwestern side. And I think DC is doing so great at just being patient and waiting for them, especially on defense. I think we're doing exceptionally great on defense. Shura immediately just finds the Cypher, takes him out. Now we can flank, and Rem finds, ooh, what?
What? How did they
Rim
survive
apparently
that?
doesn't kill that guy. somehow, how is this guy alive? Yo.
I don't know.
Rem somehow escapes from sudden death. Jolly kills one, Shura finds the other. Now it is a 4v3, but Rem is so low here. Jolly needs to get this fight off with this Jet and win it before we even think about Rem trying to get that op to a different position.
Yes, indeed. And it's just so much pressure from that op. They can't really leave or go through because if he's watching down that angle, it's just a game over for whoever gets found first.
Yeah, and I think they do have an idea where the enemies are pushing out from. Jolly's still watching this.
Jolly sadly misses that shot.
Finds
gets
one,
it
finds
anyways,
the other.
gets the other. Oh
Redemption!
my. Redemption indeed.
Great shots from Jolly there. Just holding that angle and waiting. That is the patience that DSC needs to keep in order to win against Northwestern.
Yes, indeed. And we still have this operator coming out on Rim. And it's just
I don't know how he's
so
alive.
long.
I would love to know. But it is going to be a timeout, so we will be right back with you guys when it is over. See ya in a sec.
See you in a second. Alrighty, and the timeout is ending right now, and we're coming back into the game. King Cobra already having, you know, his stun prepped, his concuss, and Shura seems like he's about to play aggressive along with Rim, and we'll see how this goes right here, but nobody's there. Nobody's there. And
oh,
you know,
perhaps definitely has a lot of information. Oh my god, perhaps sees probably 4 of them. Now King Cobra knows he has to back up. But now that breach ult being sent onto site, it is their site, and Northwestern knows that, and they need to utilize that so fast. Perhaps, what a shot! And again, he's just gonna keep running, trying to find more. Finds one more, perhaps putting so much pressure, but so is Cobra. Oh my gosh, King Cobra finds 2. Jolly finds the other.
Dismantling them.
Holy.
Wow, they were not ready for that, you know, damage coming out from both ends. Rim being concussed while, you know, flawless nonetheless, but...
Flawless. You know, that's so great for DSC. The way they played that retake was so perfect. Perhaps just putting that pressure into grass and that pressure from C-Link and A-Link just completely discombobulated the other team.
Yes, indeed. You know, having so much information right off the bat with Cypher is just so strong. And, you know, getting all that information allowed our team to rotate into B as quickly as possible and just get so much because of it. It was just such good timing, such good, you know, movement, and it was just great overall.
No, I completely agree. Just because that early information from Cypher and his pressure out of Garage, Northwestern could not rotate. They couldn't go anywhere. And it definitely left them in such an awkward situation, and that's why it ended up with that round going to the favor of DSC, was just because the way DSC just continues to just make them uncomfortable, making Northwestern uncomfortable in their gameplay, not letting them push a site, making them wait and making them be patient. And I think that is one thing DSC is good at, is just continuing, oh, Lexus, what a shot, and continue to make them kind of question. Jolly is going to send out some shots, but unfortunately he does fall. Revs, ooh, Shura.
Getting it through the smoke.
But now, that ult, Dimensional Drift being sent out, trying to find one, does find one back site. Rem finds
Getting
Lexus.
the information that gets the kill on
Shura
Lexus.
trying to find them. Oh my god, I think he's gonna pop out here. Oh my gosh, Shura, you're insane. And Rem trying to find them, but unfortunately he only has a classic. What more can he do? And that round is going to go in favor of Northwestern.
Yes, indeed. And it was just, you know, great positioning on the enemy team, having 3 different angles on the same side, and it just let them plant for it, and they just played for it.
Yep.
That plant was just really good on them, and it got them a lot. But, you know, it was just mistakes that could have been prevented that, you know, made us lose that. But overall, I think that now that we have that information, now that we know how they play from that angle specifically, we can definitely do a lot more with that information.
And if we take a peek at this early push into A main from Jolly and Rem. Ooh, Shura. Shura, you're crazy. But it does look like we are going to try taking some space into A main, trying to stall them out here as much as we can. But Northwest is just walking with that and seeing that, ooh, okay, we know the Jet and the Yoru push out A main. We know 2 are there. Let's try to go into B. That is how they've had so much success onto B because of the pressure from Rim and Shura just pushing them off of A main. But Shura, I think he realized something is off and is going to back off of A. But we do have King Cobra here on B waiting. There is no way Northwestern is going to go in here again, but I think they will. But we have that breach ult. B is such a great site for it. Jolly is going to find Rogue, and Cobra just needs to stay alive. Whoa.
Through the smoke, just
I think he saw his feet.
That could have been it.
But wow, Rev's definitely hitting a shot there. Shura trying to spray, trying to find anybody he can to get the numbers down. And he does see the Jet, but Rev's just putting so much pressure onto Jolly. And unfortunately, he falls. But Shura is going to walk into the site and is going to walk into this Jet. He's going to have to send a blind out into main. And oh, the timing from Lexus there. Ooh. And he might get timing to him.
And due to that, they now have an operator for free, and that is not very good for us.
Not good. But again, and it does look like DSC is going to call a timeout. So we could talk about a little bit of what we're seeing right now. As I said before, I think we've done really good at making the teams that we're playing against, especially here, just uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable. They don't know what site to go to because we have that pressure in A main and C and B. We have Cobra waiting onto B. Running that 2-1-2 is very, very important onto Haven, especially because you can't leave B open.
Yeah, no,
leaving B open
can't.
is just crazy. But Northwestern is seeing that there is only one there because, as I said before, Yoru and Jet onto A, Cypher and Jolly on C, leaving B only to Cobra. But he did have his ult. He could have used that. But again, he's just waiting. But he did get sprayed through smoke. There's nothing more he could do. I'm not going to lie.
Getting sprayed through smoke is just a tragedy.
It is definitely rough.
It is just something that you can't really predict.
Yeah.
You can't really think of. You can't really prevent it either.
No, I agree.
But it is just, there was a lot that could have been done there, and there was a lot that could have been, you know, stopped maybe with that ult. But
again, he can't really do anything when he gets sprayed through the smoke. Like, you just have to deal with it. You just have to cope. But I think one thing that we need to look out from DSC here as we're getting back into these rounds is definitely seeing how they're going to change up the gameplay. Because what they were doing before now is not working. Northwestern has won 2 rounds in a row so far, just going B, and it looks like they are going to go B again. And look, they changed it up. 1-3-1. They have 3 around the B site now because they know that Northwestern has favored the site a little bit more compared to the others.
yes, indeed, and especially Cobra now positioning themselves in another spot on the same site definitely, you know, helps with them not knowing what's going on there.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Cobra just waiting to use that ult is very, very good for DSC, but it also kind of leaves somebody away from the action. But we do have Jolly here on to C. Oh my god, the missile's being sent out. Ooh, and somehow he escapes with his life. Rim finds a great shot, finds another. Oh my gosh, Rim just absolutely dominating with this operator. And now they're just going to walk away.
I mean, I don't know about
I
you,
would
but
too.
I wouldn't push up an operator like that.
Me neither.
Especially somebody like Rim who
30
knows
seconds
that they
left.
can
Yeah.
hit that shot.
And it looks like that ult was going to be sent out from Jale just to gain some information. He looked onto B, did not see anybody grass, but it looks like they are putting the pressure onto Perhaps here. Hit by a Treb. What a good shot from Perhaps. He does see the jet. He drops on him. Oh my gosh. He's stunned. Somebody kill him. Oh my god. Okay.
perfectly
Everything's
fine.
okay. Everything's okay.
Everything's
Oh my
okay.
god.
That was an
Poor
interesting
Shura
drop.
just keeps getting timing so bad. Like, he pulls out a TP, he's getting shot. Right there, again, another example. That's what happened. Poor Shura. Oh
Poor
my
Shura,
gosh.
poor Shura
Rem gets
indeed.
3 in that round with the operator, though.
That was really good, though. That was really good. It just goes to show
Mm-hmm.
that, you know, sometimes having higher calibers makes a difference.
Sometimes having one shotgun is good.
Yes.
Even
very
if people
nice.
call it like a loser play or whatever.
Hey, look.
At least he's
long
not
as it
using a
works and-
judge. What is happening, perhaps?
you're not
Yo. Bro forgot his keybinds. Me too. But look immediately, this pressure onto B. Breach ult being sent out just to stall. And I think he does. Cobra realizes he stalled them off. And now, again, they are uncomfortable. They now have to leave. But look exactly where Rim is and Jale. Jale positioned into garage. Rim positioned deep into C main. And now look, they're going to take this opportunity to go right onto A. But look exactly where Perhaps is. He's going to find one, find two, almost find the third. But a great hold there from Perhaps, trying to find as many as he can until his team gets there. But now his team is here. But Rem is going to be on that flank. That Taeho ult being sent out. Unfortunately, Rem does fall, but now they see that Taeho ult and they know they need to go. They don't really have much more for post plant now. Cobra finds one, Jale finds two, and what a great retake again from DSC.
There's just so much happening all at once that I can barely react. I'm not gonna lie. You're just calling these out, and you're seeing that, you know, Jolly pushing in so aggressively, playing more like a duelist than a Smokes character.
I
It's
love
just-
that. I love when Omens play like a duelist. That is how I play, and I love it. And I think it is just so good, especially when your duelist is kind of disconnected from the team in a way. You see how Rem was disconnected into deep C main, just kind of waiting. So Jale had to use that opportunity to just go. And he has those TPs. He has that blind. And I think that is so good for Jale to do, is be aware. And I think he's the IGL for our team. I'm pretty sure.
I believe so as well, but you know.
But again, as an IGL, you make the calls and you realize, and this is such a good call. Oh my gosh. But Shura finds one, and Jale unfortunately does fall. But it looks like Shura is going to wait out his time here. Rem finds somebody deep into C as he played before, and oh my gosh, Shura, you are insane. How did you get out? Holy
that
moly.
TP was just a good timing.
Yep. But look, DSC now has a 1-2-1 again, and it looks like they are going to put that pressure onto Rim here. He will find one, pops his knives, almost finds another, finds one. Ooh!
Finds them
Oh my
all.
gosh.
And that's another 4K coming out from DSC here.
Who are they peeking?
Before the switch.
Yo!
I don't know,
Yo!
but it's something. Something's happening, and it's working.
And
you know-
what great knives there from Rem. Finding both
Yes.
was kind of the only one on to see at that exact moment, but I knew DSC was coming to help them as soon as they can. But a great hold there from Rem. He was waiting there the whole time. He got that early pick onto the breach and stayed into C because he realized that they couldn't get onto B. They couldn't get onto A after those picks, and now it just left them stuck. But that was a great call for Rem himself to stay there and try to find as many picks as he can.
You know what I think it is? I think it's just the confidence that they have in each other as teammates.
Yeah.
That they're able to play like this. Because if you didn't trust your teammates to be
Oh,
able
Shura
to do
finds
these
one.
things, you're not able to like trust them to like get these like confident like
Yeah.
shots. It's just you can't play with him.
And I
It's
think
just-
that's one good thing about DSC is they have played together for a decent amount of time for a new team. They have played together, and I think they understand each other. We have a better caliber to play at higher ranks now because of Rem and Cobra and Jolly and Shura all together, definitely making this team so strong. And that plant is going to be sent out Aftershock as well. We still have 2 blinds onto Cobra, and I think we do also have Omen blind as well, but we are going to push out with that, perhaps just putting so much pressure. Cobra finds one, almost finds the second. Oh, and Rogue perhaps hitting him for a lot of his health. He has to drop. Ooh. And it is now 8-4 for DSC.
He drops, but not in the way that we wanted.
I know. That was rough, but it's okay. He held his own.
And we're back on pistol round. We have swapped sides. The score currently 8-4, and you know, it can go anywhere from here. And like we said before, we gotta win these pistol rounds and just, you know, get some kind of snowball going on with Econ. And it could go either really good or really bad, but I think it's always been something that we've kind of always done well, no matter which side it rolls towards. But if we win, we know that we have it locked.
Yep. And I completely agree. I think just definitely winning this pistol round when you're up just makes you in such a better position to win the round and win the game. I won't say that winning a pistol second half when you're up will win you the game. But if you look at the numbers, it does look so great for your team. And I think having a double duelist especially is going to make DSC so strong on attack. And the fact that we got up 4 rounds from running double duelist on to this comp was absolutely crazy. Shura finding one early, but he does not have that TP to get out. I thought he did, but he does have a flash. He is going to wait to pop that until his team connects with him onto the site. Cobra planting the bomb. Perhaps here as well, Jolly being so late into garage though. Might being able to find one, and unfortunately he does fall. But we do look at Rem and where he's going right now. Now he is placing this presence into garage. Might find 2.
Last player standing.
Ooh, and he dies. Rem finds 1. The last one is on the bomb, but he doesn't stick. Rem with the clutch. Wow.
I guess you could say that was a classical shot.
Yeah, I'll get it because it's a classic. I got it. But no, again, great idea for Rem to go back into garage after Jolly did fall, making him in a better position to get at least 3. I think he got 3 there. Cobra's aftershock before he died was also great. Sending it right into that corner where the Tejo was while he's droning, just absolutely decimated him into the next round. There's nothing he could do. But I think DSC winning that pistol is putting them in such a better position to win this game.
Yes, indeed. And from what it looks like, it seems that they're already like bought up with so many different guns, so much econ going out. And, you know, they're ready to win this as much as possible.
Yep. I completely agree. And I think they are set up in a great way to do it. Now they're changing it up. They're playing a little bit slower than the map before. Now they're waiting.
Yes, indeed. It seems like they're just waiting for them to use all their util. They're waiting for them to, you know, do as much as possible and just slowly push into the site.
Yeah, because that was a main issue with Northwestern last round, is that they were using so much util early and just leaving them in such a bad position for later game. But I think Shura is going to take his stand and walk right into the site, finding one, trying to see if he can find any more. He's blind. But I think he will walk right into Lexus, finds the TP to get out. Rem also finds one in the era of combobulation here. Perhaps does find another, and oh my gosh, he's running at it with the clutch.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh,
Well, I mean, that happened.
great shot.
And through the wall.
I was speechless. Great shots from Rogue there. Picked up the Vandal, somehow got 2 of us. I don't know, but we won.
We won the round in the end. That's all that matters.
We won.
It does have a large impact over on our economy, but in the end, it's a numbers game. That's all it is. And so far, we're up on those numbers. It is 10-4, and you know we're just putting the pressure, putting like all this like stress on them, and they're breaking under it. Like,
Yep. As I said before, they're just making them uncomfortable. And it's pushing them out of positions that they should be able to hold normally. Perhaps get stunned super early. This might... Ooh, and what a shot from Lexus there. But Shura is probably going to blind out, grab this gun. And he is. Perhaps finding one. Trades all around the map. But now, DSC down numbers.
and down a lot they are. It is currently 2v4, and there is so much danger happening here. 1v4, 0.
Oof. Broke had a shot, though.
Yeah, indeed.
He shot. I don't even know when he shot Cobra. I'm not going to lie. But, you know, I'll never disrespect Rogue. We've seen him before, especially we've played Northwestern before, and I remember these games. I think we played them twice, and Northwestern is definitely so good at reading. They did very well at reading us last season, and definitely Rogue switching from the smokes. He used to play smokes, and now he's on that Senti, which I definitely think is slowing down his playstyle and making him more patient. Because before he would run it down with Clove, it'd still get 3, but his whole team is dying behind him. And I think it's really good. That was a great switch from Northwestern. I don't know if that was on purpose, but I'll give it to y'all. Putting him on Senti was a great idea because Rogue, I think, is very good at playing patient. But I think DSC is starting to figure that out, especially last map, and shut him down.
Yes, they definitely are. They're playing a lot more, you know, towards certain angles, towards certain places where, you know, the enemy team just can't capitalize as much. And I think, you know, all this positioning, all this movement is just working in their favor.
Yep.
And, you know, all the utility that's coming out from Northwestern and all how much they're putting pressure onto them, but yet not being able to capitalize on it.
Yeah.
I think that's what's currently making DSC just win round after round after round.
And I completely agree, and I hope that DSC will be able to do that when we get back into these rounds. They are up by 5 rounds, but again, that is not always the best because you win round by round. It's game by game, and Shura immediately getting pressured by the breach.
And it seems like he was able to pressure him back and put him out, and through the smoke was able to dink him, just do a little bit of pop damage, and, you know, it's working something going on. And the enemy Omen throwing out smoke after smoke, trying to make sure that they don't know where anybody is on B. But yet we just say, hey, we're just going to go on to another site.
Yeah, but I think we are going to run into... Ooh, Shura with a shot. And now I think that ult is going to be sent out, seeing where they are. And now they are just going to put that pressure onto the site. They know that he's off of it. They know where Cypher is. And now they can get freely on the site with no consequences. But the missiles are going to be sent out. The util is just huge from Northwestern here. And I think Lexus might die through the smoke. And a stun being sent out from their breach.
A whole lot right now.
And perhaps finding one, Shura finding the other.
Jolly getting a third. And that is it with RM getting the last kill of the round.
No, I agree. I think that was definitely really well played by DSC because that waiting for that Cypher ult, they stalled in Garage to send it perhaps to get his ult out, and then they saw that there was 2 off of the C site. If they wanted to, they could have also rotated off that, but they did see the other 2, 1 in B and 1 pushing from spawn into A. So they had time to get that bomb down, but they have to realize that Taeho has those missiles, Breach has that stun, Aftershock, Blind, anything to get them off the spike. But I think DSC took perfect timing in order to get them that round.
Yes, indeed. And not even that, there was also, you know, the Omen coming in from behind, flanking Jolly, making sure that, you know, nobody went into a different direction other than the one we wanted them to go.
No, I agree, and I think that was really good from Jolly. Definitely the way he puts pressure onto them and creates so much space onto the map, he's definitely shown very, very strong at space making. And I think that is very important, especially for DSC, because we are kind of all together at one point, but Jolly will disconnect, and Jolly will kind of walk around to see if he can find anybody else. But we are getting into this round now, a minute already down. DSC still trying to figure out where to go. Shura pushing on to B with that dimensional drift being sent out, spots 1, and now he's going to walk into Garage, see if he can find any more. And he knows the Cypher is on site. Hello? The Cypher is alive. Oh, and Shura unfortunately missed some shots there, but now they are just sending out trade after trade, and Juro can't go anywhere. And now that bomb should be planted from DSC here. Tejo and Jet still alive. Rim finds one. Might find the other here and do a little fancy little dash. And I think he's just gonna wait, and Rim hits a beautiful shot.
Indeed they do. That is a great shot coming out from them, especially right after using the dash, making sure that they don't know which angle they're coming from. As soon as they push back even a little bit, it was just such good timing on that dash.
And now I agree. And now it's match point. And now DSC, again, might hit them with another 13-5. But I think the one problem with Northwestern right now is that they're not reading us well enough. And I think personally, if I was going against us, I wouldn't be able to read us either. Because we're playing aggressive, and then we're backing off, and then we're making different decisions. And I think overall that is a great play from DSC to change the tempo. We are changing the tempo. We're making them uncomfortable, and we're trying to find where to go. But Tejo gonna send out those missiles early.
Talking about uncomfortable, Shura pushing in so quickly, making sure that the enemy Tejo has nothing to do other than just get back and try to play as defensive as possible.
Yeah, but I think this blind is going to be sent out. Breach ult sent out. They don't know where the Jet is. Oh, and perhaps hits a shot, I think, out of the air. Holy moly. And now King Cobra is going to plant that bomb. Try to find anybody else if they can. But now DSC is set up in a great position to win this round and win it here.
Yes, indeed. It seems like, just barely not getting the kill.
Yep.
And,
and Rem sending out the knives. Oh, hits him with a right click and unfortunately misses, but Shura is putting that pressure onto CT, finds 3. Will he find the last? Mr. 4K, and Rim does find the last, and DSC closing it out.
Indeed they do, closing it out. 13-5 once again.
Yep.
And just, sweeping across the board.
Yep.
Great use of utility, great use of spacing, great use of rotating. The information game was just so very good.
Yeah.
It was just so much difference, like from, how we first started off the rounds.
Yeah.
And then it's just continuously improved throughout every single round, showing that, IGLing in this team is going great. The info and the knowledge base that's coming off of it, just building on top of each other as soon as they try to play against each other.
And I think what was especially so great from this game is not just Rem and Shura's performance, but perhaps Jolly and Cobra constantly finding space around the map. But Rim did go 20-7. He owned that server.
He definitely did.
But anyway, I think Northwestern did play a great game, but I think they have had a change since last season. I'm pretty sure they're missing a player, which is okay. They might have changed it up, but we did change it up as well, and we have new players with new experience and a lot more potential.
Yes, indeed, and I do believe in that, especially with how this game is going right now and how those 2 games went.
Yeah.
And, they just did so good, and it definitely showed. There was definitely improvement, and there's always room for more.
Yep, and I definitely think, as you said, improvement, I definitely saw a lot of improvement, especially on utility. The way we were using it together, smokes being sent out, blinds, everything was together, and I think that is what is going to win DSC a lot more games and a lot more rounds, is us being connected and definitely working as a team, and I think bringing in these new people is definitely going to change the game for us.
I believe it as well with how well they were playing. I don't know about anything else, but I definitely can't play like that. They were doing great.
No, Rem and Shura definitely put up a great performance for the first game for us. Rem going 20-7, Shura going 17-10. Definitely putting that place into the lobby to really dominate it and really take space into them. C-main, as I said before, Rem with the operator just waiting. He waited there the whole round. I could never. I don't have the patience for that. But he waited there the whole round, and he ended up being in such a good position to find 2 more. That early pick on the breach set them up for a better round. And I think overall, Rem and Shura running the double duelist on Haven definitely put so much pressure onto Northwestern, made them uncomfortable, and won the game.
Yeah, I believe it as well, and I
Mm-hmm.
totally agree with you. There was just so many good calls being
Yep.
made, so much discipline, and
Yep.
having the ability to just stick to what your role is
Yeah.
and make it work.
Yep.
And they did everything that they were supposed to do and more.
Yeah.
And-
I completely agree. And again, as I said before, I was so excited for the season. And now I'm even more excited because of the way I watched them play. I watched them play so different than we've seen before. And I definitely see how this new roster change is going to look so great into the future. But I think that's enough yapping for us.
I think it is as well. I think, they did great, and
Yep.
I'll end it on that.
Yep.
And do you have any closing arguments, closing statements, or anything like that?
We didn't introduce ourselves earlier.
Oh
my
my
gosh.
God.
I'm Dilu. I'm back.
And I'm Jack.
We didn't introduce ourselves, but we are going to be your Valorant casters for this season. And we're super excited, especially after this game, to see what our Valorant team can do. And I think definitely they made it to finals last season, but I definitely think they can make it even farther this season just because of the way I can see they have so much team chemistry already. They're playing so great together. And I am just so excited for the season. But I think that'll be it for us.
I think that'll be it indeed.
All
We'll see
right.
you guys next
See
time. It was
ya.
a pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.